G'day guys, dshban here. Crash Bandicoot 3, we've completed World 2, and let's move on to the actual Oriental world, instead of the second one, as I called it. It's World 3, level 11 of course, Dynamite! And it's a reference to dynamite being a catchphrase of some sort of guy in a show I don't remember because I'm young.
Well,
Hi.
haven't we gotten far for a pair of fuzzy marsupials? I am Dr. Nefarious Tropy, master of time and creator of the very time twister machine you see before you.
Clearly.
Uka Uka and Dr. Cortex have sent me to end this little charade, so you won't be leaving my area with the crystals. I swear it.
I don't understand, like, time's moving forward and backwards on his clock on his head on the same time. Also, he's an avatar. Clearly, I realise it now. I didn't know at the time, but now I do, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. So here's the level. It's like I presume it's going to be a lot like that one we did before, in that it's a level. And there's got lava and stuff, that's the thing. Here's Fake Crash, who we must kill, I guess. And we have done so really it's not really guesswork involved. It's more of a spin first, ask questions later. It's much like the Iraq War. A lot of spinning going on in that. A lot. I mean, if you didn't hit that steam... What is this, frickin' place? McGee? Here's a guy in the water, and he can get us to sea. The sea, of course, is like an ocean, except smaller. And that was us, like, stopping in midair and dying, I guess. Which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that result. Especially with that, too. I'm just the best player ever. If you haven't noticed, throughout the 6 and now 7 videos of this game, I'm probably the best video game player in history, and I really need to pay attention to what I'm doing. So I'm going to just keep dying if I don't pay attention, and that's not ideal. Especially when the game pauses like that and makes me think that I might have died. Here's the thing, a lot of lava, I don't know if this is actually how lava works. It's an egg. It's a dinosaur and an egg, we're gonna ride it! I actually didn't remember this level. Oh my goodness. Whoa. This dinosaur can jump. And you know that show that doesn't exist? White dinosaurs can't jump? Well, they're right, because this one's green. Let's not be greenest, though. And by that, I mean racist, but with a colour, which isn't the way you do that pun at all. I don't know why I'm bothering to kill these guys when I can just run through everything. I wonder if I have any other powers. No? And jump off it. That's not a power, is it? Come on now. Why would you even put that possibility? I mean, it's not like you want to ever do that. I don't know why you would. Don't be silly. It's a thing. So let's just do stuff. I mean, this is fun. I'm enjoying riding. Oh, he can't come on land, of course, because as we know, dinosaurs quite water-based creatures. Any argument to the opposite is correct. Let's kill these guys. Obviously, there's something we're missing at some point, which is there. There, I discovered the secret of that tiny bit of level. I'm quite the mystery solver. I'm just like Scooby-Doo in that I eat a lot. And if you do notice, I have noticed this before. I know I've talked about the Scooby-Doo movie before. It's quite the masterpiece of the cinema. I don't know why it didn't win an Oscar today. I don't know if it was even possible to be nominated, and it surely wasn't qualified. But, you know, I'd like to think it should have won anyway. But the point is, things you don't notice, in the Scooby-Doo, there's like jokes about them smoking pot. I mean, it makes sense because that was like surely their story in like the 70s when the show existed. But I mean, nowadays you don't do that sort of thing on television. But even in the movies, like there was at one point you cut to a shot of Crash. No, what is that? Okay, I did it. I see how this would kill me. I don't understand well, what? Anyway, they're like in the van, and then there's like smoke coming out of the top, and you're like, oh my god, they're smoking pot. And no, it's food from like a steam thing, and that's the joke. But you think they're smoking pot is the joke. I'm explaining these things to you as if you're like some sort of idiot. I don't know why. I really should have more faith in your problem-solving abilities, fellow listener, if you will. Well, not a fellow listener, because I'm not a listener of you. I mean, technically, I do have to check my own videos to see if they're, watchable, and usually they do not qualify. But I post them anyway. Thanks for crushing that box with me, guys. But, I'm not one of you. 57 out of 112? That's appalling. Good lord, I should be shot on sight by the Nazi government. current government, of course, the Nazis, as we all know. Alright, that's level 11 done. Dynamite! That's a reference to a thing. I kind of get it, and I'm not going to do an impression because that would just be racist, I'm sure, in some way. Deep Trouble. That's unfortunate because it's underwater. I don't like the underwater levels. They're not fun and long. And I can think of another thing that's not fun and long. Watching paint dry. Yep, that's what it is. It's a thing, and here's at least we get to use the underwater Vic. Because clearly, as Crash appears already with scuba gear on, he needs that underwater Vic. Am I back enough? Am I back at Bechamel? Or Bacamel? To avoid that, I guess. Whoa! Hi. Okay, I've realised that there's bullets, or as we've seen before, bits of mail in Futurama that we can shoot. And that's our gun gone. So that's great, because we don't, I didn't want to use that incredibly useful weapon. That's not something I would want to do, and supposing that I would, it amounts to treason, basically. As Louis XIV once said, bonjour. He probably did. I'm right, aren't I? And then he said, je m'appelle Louis XIV, ça va, and then care, because he started speaking Spanish. But I know a lot of French. I mean, I did like 3 whole years of it over 3 years ago, and I know that I know what's men without hats thing with Hommes dans chapeaux. Yeah, Hommes dans chapeaux with their hit single. You can. I'm walking in Scotland through the park in rain. It's something like that. That's a reference to something, I guess. And also the safety dance, because you can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind, but your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, they're no friends of mine, and you really wouldn't want to risk that. I mean, not being friends with me. I mean, man, there's so many hip and hot things that all the kids are into that you miss out on, like a petting zoo, and being killed by eels. And underwear, I guess, which somehow came out before the rest of us, and then getting sucked into a tornado. That's not how that works. I mean, there's so many fun, adventurous things. I'm a lot like Bear in the Big Blue House, really. I mean, I think I have just as much fun. I'm just as much of an alcoholic, and I mean, if you didn't get the alcoholic subtext in that show, you were missing out. I mean, it's all Marxist interpretations of Bear in the Big Blue House would agree with me in saying that he was a drunk, an alcoholic, and probably a child molester too. I mean, he was a triple threat, really, and really a literal triple threat. His threats, and of course being pinned, and by that I mean being hit by a pin, causes us to blow up. That is how physics works. This has been Physics with dshban. I'm dshban. It's true. Well, I'm actually a guy, but it's an unrelated. Oh, no, it's a somewhat related fact. Is it related? It's not really. It's a thing it's true as well, but not that necessary to explain. And I like that we had to go all this way back just to redo this frickin' bit with the fish. That's great, but not die. Otherwise, I might be dead. You know what they say about dead people? Well, you do. I don't need to explain it to you, do I? I died again. This is annoying. I did not want to die, and in doing the death thing, which I just did, I have gone against the wishes of myself. I've developed a terrible English accent in this time period. I'm not sure why, and it's even getting more knowable by the second. And in fact, it's turning a bit EastEnders, isn't it, Governor? Apples and pears. He's got a dodgy strawberry. Eh? Something. That was the accent portion of the show, brought to you by racism. Racism, it's fun for everyone, especially those who enjoy being racist. We just were missing the checkpoint all that time. That bothers me slightly. I'm not obviously going for all the boxes because it's impossible for me to get them all in this level anyway, since I've already missed some. Here's a shark. The sharks are threats to mankind in that when they walk on land, and they are, oh, they're so cute, but then you're like, oh no, sharks. Wait, it's a shark? I'm silly for thinking that it's cute, because in no way is a shark walking on land cute. If anything, it's a threat to most people of the Tanzanian region of the sub-Saharan Africa. Geography is a thing which I just kind of mentioned. That's the level completed, as you can probably tell by the fact that you're watching the video, and if you're not watching and you're just listening, Oh my god, look at those boobs. Oh, they've gone away. Oh, you missed them. Oh, you're silly for missing those boobs. They were pretty great. I sure am a guy, and that's things. Boobs. That's it for this video. By mentioning boobs, somehow this will get 1 million views. So for now, yeah, it's the end of this. We'll go to 13 next. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a secret. Don't find out, guys. Oh, don't let us. Oh. Yeah. So for now, dshban saying goodbye. And thanks for watching.